Okay, so in this video I'm going to show you how to find the equation of each line of your picture for your art project. Now I highlighted this line here, um, and I want to find the equation of this highlighted line. I numbered it number 1, so that way I know which line I'm going to be entering to the computer later. Okay. Now there's two pieces of information here. This 4, -4 plus 7, sorry, -4 comma 7, and -1 comma 11. Now you have two ways to do this. You can do the easy way or the one with a little bit more work, but they're both pretty easy. Um, so let's identify the information that we have. So right now I have 2 points. I have, let me label this line number 1. So line number 1. And I have 2 points, -4 comma 7, and I have this other point, -1 comma 11. Those are my 2 points, and I can label each one, each part, x1, this one is x2, this one is y1, and this is y2. Now I only use the y1, the x2 and the x and the y2 if I'm finding the slope, which you can find using y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, and that will give you your m value, also known as your slope. Now, I don't need to do that if I have a graph. Now, if I have a graph, I can find my rise over run, rise being 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, and my run being 1, 2, 3, 4 over 3, and it's going up, so it's a positive line. So I have m, I have an x1, and I have a y1. I don't really need these two unless I want to use my formula. So now I can use the other formula, point slope formula, which is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And I can substitute all the information that I need into my equation. Here's my m value, here's my x1 value, and my y1 value. If I use all those information here, y1, m, and x1, I'll have my equation on my line. When I'm done, I'll put in y equals mx plus b, so it's much easier to graph. Y minus 7 equals 4 over 3 times x minus x1, which is -4. Notice, even though it's minus, for the x1, I put the -4, so I have negative and negative when that x value is a negative value. I'll solve this equation. Negative and negative make a positive. When multiplying, I'll distribute so I can simplify before solving, which is unit 4. This becomes 4 over 3x. And 4 over 3 times 4, this is what you use your whiteboard for, kind of side work. 4 over 3 times 4 over 1, which you have 16 over 3. 16 over 3. Right side, left side. Y minus 7. Nothing happens over there. Can't combine any like terms. On the right side, now to solve this again, I need y by itself. So I'm going to get rid of the 7. I'll add 7 here. So this will go away. And I'll have y equals, which I wanted. I'll add 7 over here. This will come down because they don't combine. They're not like terms. 4 over 3x. And now this part, I'll do off to the side also, because I can't do this in my head. 16 over 3 times 7 over 1, plus 7 over 1. Now I cannot add those two together the way they are, so I have to multiply by 1. That's not a 3, that's a 1. So I can get a common denominator. These two make 21 over 3. And I'm going to add that to 16 over 3. And I should get this all equals 37. So plus 37 over 3. This is my equation for line number 1. Okay. Now when I type it in the computer, I'm going to need to know that. And this is super important, you're going to need to know your x limits. These two. So you need to know those two numbers for graphing it in computer. So this portion and these two pieces of information. Very important. Okay. Now let's do another line. Let's do one more, maybe two more. I'm going to section off my paper. Try and keep it nice and neat so that way I won't get confused. Line number 2. Line number 2. Now, in my graph, let's pick another line to continue. Let's do this line. Okay, and I'll call that number 2. Line number 2. Okay. Now again, I'm going to gather the same pieces of information. Negative 1, 11. That's that first point. And my second point is going to be this one. Positive 2, positive 7. I have my y1, I have my y2, I have my x1, I have my x2. So x2 minus x1 under y2 minus y1. Or the easier way, the easiest way of the two is just counting. I'll count from here to there. Down 1, 2, 3, 4. That's down. That's this way, down, which means negative 4. And then to the right, this way, which is positive, 1, 2, 3. Oh. Very similar to the last one, but this time it's negative. It's going down. Same slope, different direction. That equals my m. Okay, so we can see what it looks like. There we go. Here's the equation all over again. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay, now I'd go through all this hard work of color coordinating everything to make it relevant to you guys. So please take into account the colors that I'm using. Green for slope, red for x's, blue for y's, etc. Y minus our y1 value is 11 equals our m value negative 4 over 3 x minus our x1 value of negative 1. Again, I'm going to solve this and I'll go through it a little bit more quickly. Distribute. This is a positive negative 4 over 3x. And then times negative times a negative is a positive, times 1 is the same thing, negative 4 over 3. Anything times 1 is the same number, positive. Oh. Negative times a positive should be, let me fix this, should be a negative. Negative times a positive should be a negative, equals y minus 11. I'm going to add 11 over here and add 11 over here. Cancel, y equals negative 4 over 3x. And I'll do this off to the side like I did before. Negative 4 over 3 plus 11 over 1. And then I'll multiply by 3 over 3, which is just a 1. Okay. And when I multiply these two together, I get 33 over 3 plus negative 4 over 3. 33 minus 4 is 29 over 3 plus 29